to my internet, is what she said.
You gonna do the script until she gets here? Welcome, everyone. We have a slight technical problem. And where is everybody? But we have the master whiz bang, the man behind the curtain is joining us up on the stage while we wait for our co-host Karen. Mark, welcome to the stage. It's been too long.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been behind this desk.
Yeah, only for our anniversary shows, so I love it.
Yes,
welcome back.
So, see how we go. So, yes, so thank you. Welcome everyone to another news and updates for over 4 years, or about nearly 4 years. We've been bringing you the news from and around AltSpace VR. Wellbeing news, community news tips, and event news, Discord tips, and information you need to know about the hardware, software, apps, and industry that support our corner of the metaverse.
Now, y'all need to know that our amazing producer, Mark, saw a need in this community to bring all of us together to learn about what was happening in AltSpace VR. He created news and updates to bring you the best of what the AltSpace community is all about. He also has stepped in at last minute to not only do the live stream to Twitch and to YouTube, run the slides, follow the script on two different computers, and be here in VR, and is co-hosting until Karen can get here. She's having technical difficulties. So thank you, Mark, for being here and bringing the news for almost 4 years.
Almost
all the
4 years,
news,
yes.
yeah, almost, yeah. Hey, honey, it feels like 10, and to bring you the news you need to know about AltSpace and keep you informed about the metaverse in general.
Yes, and thank you to all our volunteers who help keep our show running. And thank you for being here every week. As always, if you'd like to join the team, we would love it. talk to us after the show or join us on our News and Updates Discord, where we'll bring you the news between the shows all week long. So let's get this party started.
Indeed. All right. The Winter Olympics started yesterday in China. 2 empty sports halls and massive television cameras streaming the events out to the world due to the pandemic. It's just insane. Second Olympics impacted by this. Already there have been some events and a few medals should start to roll in. We aren't seeing many events here in AltSpace VR that are streaming the Olympics as we have during past Olympics, but somebody's likely to step up. So keep an eye on the schedule and you can watch it from in AltSpace, I hope.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day is coming up in a week and love is in the air. Events should start arriving in the schedule. We've had amazing Valentine's events over the years here in AltSpace VR. A favourite was back in February 2019 when a staff member and world builder, Kaylin, hosted a Build Kaylin's Boyfriend event.
It was too funny, let me tell you.
In this event, this is where she took suggestions from the audience and to use the World Editor Kit items to build her boyfriend. It was a mess and wonderful. We really loved the grass waving in the wind under his armpits, which was a nice touch.
It was hysterical. People would yell out recommendations and she would just find stuff from the few kits that we had and just put them in. So he had like trees and bushes and fences and whatever she could find, she put together. It was those are barrels, big barrels from the pirate kit that we used to have that are the bra part of it, and that's grass. That's big grass sticking out of his head as hair. It was hysterical. We had so much fun just yelling things at her, and she just got creative with it. So, honestly, we challenge you to host your own Valentine's Day event and be even more creative. Have fun with this holiday season and share your love for our community and all the friends and relationships that we found here. So get some fun Valentine's events going, folks.
Indeed. The BRC VR's Film Festival is today and it's been running all morning. The movie running today is a new documentary on Burning Man. The event is free but private and requires an RSVP code. It is the first of many to come. Check it out at brcvr.org or in the AltSpace VR News and Events channel in our Discord.
A Laptop Magazine reporter, Kimberly, I'm going to mess up her name, Jedion, published an article on testing Meta and the AltSpace VR metaverse to see which one was closest to Ready Player One. Okay, first of all, can we whine about how nothing is close to the fictional Ready Player One yet? Seriously, there is nothing out there yet that is close. So this is kind of like, this is a bogus comparison comparing apples to trucks. Okay, but let's see what she found.
Both platforms didn't win any design credits for her, but she admitted that the avatars and much of the world designs were better in AltSpace VR than Meta. Trying to compare the gains in Horizon with AltSpace VR is also a wasted effort. Horizon has a few public spaces for games, some better than what AltSpace offers in the Campfire. Aren't you tired of people thinking the AltSpace Campfire is all there is and what AltSpace should be judged by?
Yeah! And the AltSpace is not just the Campfire. That is not all there is.
No, there's more to AltSpace than the Campfire.
Absolutely.
Campfire is a lobby, a waiting room, so to speak. The action is in thousands of virtual worlds, which she did not explore.
As for social interaction, the reporter liked the colorful streamers as gestures in Horizon and called the emojis in AltSpace clunky, which indeed isn't a natural thing. What she doesn't realize is that AltSpace VR serves multiple headsets, 2D Windows and Mac computers, and at one time, and hopefully again, mobile devices. Therefore, when we look at this again, apples to trucks, apples to planets. There's not a connection there. Horizon is limited to one device, the Oculus Quest 2. Not a very democratic group, device-wise. Therefore, it doesn't need a flexible interface. So kudos to the AltSpace VR developers for keeping that in mind.
The reporter loved the audio features and the event in AltSpace VR, especially the variety. She enjoyed the fact that almost any time of the day or night she could find an interesting discussion or great entertainment, a much more robust feast than she found elsewhere. In the end, AltSpace VR was her overall winner for being as close to Ready Player One as anything on the market yet. That's nice, and so congrats to all. Remember, you never know when a reporter will be in a world with you, in an event, or exploring worlds, so be nice to all.
Good rule. Always think every new person could possibly be a reporter. Never
Indeed.
know. Minecraft announced this past week that time is running out for Mojang accounts for the Minecraft Java edition, and that all Minecraft accounts are required to switch to Microsoft accounts. This was announced in 2020 by Mojang Studios, and the deadline to voluntarily switch is March 10th, 2022. Nothing, underline neon, nothing has been officially announced as a deadline for AltSpace VR, but this is the trend going across, okay? We can see the future, folks. We've been warned that if you want to play with the more advanced features now and in the future of AltSpace VR, a Microsoft account will be required. So might as well, get it over with. You can always fall back to the other one, but, just bite the bullet, switch.
Now, a couple of there we go. A couple of interesting, shall we say, failures for Microsoft to communicate with each other. Bits of news have come our way. Microsoft has a new Teams feature called Front Row, where we heard that one before.
Yeah.
The feature is supposed to make online conferences feel more in the room. Natural by moving the video gallery to the bottom of the screen, so remote participants are face to face with people in the room. When the upcoming avatars and development to add in mixed reality, they are trying to make 2D video conferencing more 3D.
Now here's where it gets confusing for AltSpace VR members. Front Row is the name of the feature for creating mirrored world experiences and events. We know big corporations with too many departments don't talk to each other, but wouldn't it be nice if just once in a while they talk to each other and they didn't try to confuse us by calling things the same things, okay? Again, I'd like to be in charge of naming things. I'm not good at it, but I think I need to be in charge of naming things. So we're here. This is part of our job with the news and updates. Every week we try to bring clarity to mud. There's a Front Row in Microsoft Teams and Front Row in AltSpace VR. Don't mix them up. They're totally different things, but there you go. we try, but hopefully you'll know the difference when you're using one or the other. I don't know. It's going to be confusing when our AltSpace avatars end up in Teams, which they're working on. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on this space.
Mm-hmm. All right, it is time for some VR hardware. Love that. It's time to talk some tech and hardware.
Yes. Are you a fan of SideQuest for Oculus? Version 10.27 has just been released, and it resolves some long-standing issues that usually result in the need for a factory reset if apps in Oculus unrelated to SideQuest get stuck uninstalling. We've heard most of this with AltSpace. SideQuest's new feature now allows you to go into the installed apps and show all and find the Corn Oculus OCM files, then settings, and then click and clear app data to avoid the dreaded factory reset. It's a nice
Yay.
feature for SideQuest users. There are other cool new features and bug fixes, so check out the latest announcement.
And now, through the magic of virtual reality, we're going to do an avatar switch so that our producer Mark can focus back on the 8,000 things he's doing and leave the rest to our beloved Karen, who's here. Yay, Karen!
And bye bye me.
Oh, thank you, Mark. We love having you up here.
Oh.
Anytime. There you go.
I am so sorry, Mark.
No.
Thank you. I owe you, Mark. I am really, really, really sorry. You know, I learned a very valuable lesson here. Well, first I got panicked and I reached out to Lance, and he said, that's why I always get places early. And he is, and you are 1,000% right. That's a bad habit I have, and I apologize to everybody, especially to Mark. I'm so sorry, Mark. Thank you.
That's
Thank you so much. And Lance, thank you for virtually
You're all
holding
good,
my
all
hand.
good.
Yeah.
All right, now where are we? I'll do a quick search here.
We're at-
Lorel.
We're at 2C, and it's my turn. So when I start reading, you'll catch up.
Okay.
But I also, again, everyone, please give Mark a round of applause.
Yes, yes.
I so miss having you up here, but you are doing way too much behind the scenes. So what a wonderful thing for you to step in at last minute. Thank you, my best friend. I love it. All right. So we've been talking about SideQuest for Oculus. Now, are you a fan and a user of the virtual desktop on your Quest? Anybody using it? This week, they announced the latest release for Quest, version 1.20.24, with improvements to the microphone, reconnection with Windows issues, some improved download speeds when you use the paste URL feature for YouTube VR 180 videos. For those unfamiliar with this popular add-on to your headset, the virtual desktop allows you to wirelessly connect to your computer to watch movies, to browse the web, and even connect with.
Okay.
It's a paid app, but wow, is it worth it? Oops, am I losing my there? All right. So it's a paid app. Am I back?
You're back.
Okay. It's a paid app. So it allows you to connect with Discord overlay. It's a paid app, and boy, is it worth it. So it allows you to connect up to 4 computers. God, I can barely keep up with 2. And switch between them in seconds. It's for the truly dedicated VR user and AltSpace VR user. And this is an essential add-on for Quest users if you want to take your device to the next level.
Thanks for the highlight there, Laurel.
Mhm.
HoloLens 3 is under a cloud of rumor right now with Microsoft. The recent $22 billion U.S. Army military contracts for the HoloLens, as well as other big enterprise contracts, should fuel continued development, right? We're finding reports across the web from the HoloLens proud to state perpetual confusion and uncertainty over long-term goals and the loss of Microsoft XR talent to Meta and other rival companies.
Now, employees and managers seem to be arguing about focusing on the metaverse, not the military or corporate. So we're not sure what all this means, but it has us worried. You should be worried too. Development of any and all VR and mixed reality technology is critical right now as the successes on the high-end devices trickle down to consumers. We'll be keeping our eyes out for updates on this for you, but let's hope they figure out their mess.
Absolutely. In addition to the development of, and this is a mouthful, in addition to the development of the Meta Cambria Project enterprise level high-end VR headset, Facebook reconfirmed this week their continued development of Project Nazar, their first fully augmented reality glasses. They hope to release both by the end of the year or the first part of next year, depending upon the global supply chain. Now, let's explore some news from around the metaverse, news you need to know as it impacts many of us.
Okay, we've been talking about NFTs for a while. According to an article in The Verge, NFT, the acronym for non-fungible token, believed by many to be a blight on the web and the metaverse, is not pronounced NFT, but NEFT.
Oh,
Did
I
you
did
know
not
that?
know that. Nope. Nope.
NEFT. What the hell? The Verge did a survey of passionate NEFT users and found that Nifty, and NFT were popular. NEFT is the winner now for pronouncing the virtual art forms. Just thought you should know so you don't sound stupid instead of saying NFT, which sounds much more professional. You're going to go, yeah, so have you bought any NEFT lately? God, it sounds like a bad
Oh,
street drug. Hey,
that's
we're looking
gonna.
for some NEFT, man. God,
I don't like it.
NEFT.
Oh, I want to stay with NFT. That's going to be
I
really
know
hard to make
it.
that change.
NEFT.
Neft.
Jeez.
That's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
Neft. Oh well, better late than never. At least we
I-
know
I-
now. So Meta's adding, get this, Meta's adding a personal boundary to VR avatars to stop harassment. Have we heard of that before? Yes, it's a personal space bubble with a difference. It literally blocks people from getting too close physically. It keeps people an estimated 4 feet, that's over a meter, away from you. You can high five, handshake, or fist bump, but you can't get closer unless the users disable their personal boundaries. Have you experienced it yet?
Has anybody here experienced it? Have you been into Horizon and good, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I'm not seeing any great emojis coming out, a few little thumbs. Okay, so instead of walking through other avatars, you'll come to a stop and you can't get through them. You have to go around them. Okay, is it just me or is anybody else seeing people use their new boundaries to play bumper cars? Come on, trying to smash into each other and bounce back. Am I the only one who thought of this? Okay.
Probably.
It was my first thought was, woo, bumper cars! Okay. Because I know
that's going to be a new MRE for Dargon to program.
it needs to be. And we need Dargon, get us this so we can play Avatar bumper cars. Seriously, that was my very first thought was one, how do you have a 3-foot long arm to high five people? That's weird right there. I'm not sure how. I think it like the barrier only goes so high, so your hands can. I don't know. It's weird, but it just felt really weird. So I don't know. I'm just having a problem with it because an invisible space around each avatar kind of resembles reality, right? Though not 4 feet unless pandemic 6. But does it really stop harassment? Okay, that's the question. Does having a physical, like, giant hoop skirt that keeps you from getting people too close? That's what it is. It's like a metal hoop skirt. Yep, you can talk to me, but you can't come past the edge of the skirt. Okay. Does it really stop harassment? No. So I just want to see really quick. If you think this is going to stop harassment, give us some hearts. If you don't, give us some frowny faces. Is this going to stop harassment? Oh, we have the smartest audience. Karen, we have such a smart audience.
What their VR
Wow. Yeah,
They-
no.
They live
They
in the metaverse.
know. They do. They do.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
so we get this. This is not going to stop anything. But it's a quick solution to avoid being groped, okay? But it's not going to stop anything because harassment has many, many forms.
Yeah, that's true, Lorel. But still, it's a step forward. Harassment and sexual assault are a major issue. And, not really sure if this is the
Yeah.
answer, but I don't know. It's something. When developers don't understand how to deal with a problem, they tend to throw tech at it, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting when it comes to crowded events and concerts with people equal distance from each other. Wait, we already do that in the physical world.
Yes, we do.
So let us know about your experiences and feelings about using this. Interesting.
We would love
very
to know.
interesting.
It's really interesting, but the personal space bubble I think was really brilliant with Alt Space, and they were the first to do that. That if you got too close, the avatar would disappear. Now there's some problems with it, but it's really hard to get good selfies because everybody disappears in the picture. But it's still you have to remind people to turn off their space bubble when it comes to doing collaborative selfies. But how do you do a selfie when nobody can get more than 4 feet? That's gonna have to be a big selfie camera.
Yeah, it sure
Oh,
is.
Stevie, you're gonna have some great.
Gee.
You could do some great riffs on the bumper car protections in Horizon for improv tonight. Okay.
Lorel,
Yeah,
no, I'm
I
looking at
shouldn't
the
laugh.
slide
This is so
here.
serious. Yes.
I'm looking, and I was so freaked out about getting in here late that I thought, "Oh my God, don't click on one of those portals."
Oh, it does. They do look like they look like teleporters. Oh, well, I'm wondering. Well, see, I don't know because I've lost access to Horizon because I have a Quest 1 still, and my other headsets are not allowed in the Horizon. Narrow-minded. Anyway, but I mean, can you see those? Does it look like that around your avatar? That looks like I don't know. I'm not going to say it. It looks like I'm not going to say it. I think it's an illustration to represent. I don't think we're going to walk around with a reverse halo. Doesn't that look like a reverse
4
halo?
feet either. I don't know.
No, it doesn't look like anything. But it looks like that should be reverse so the halo's over your
Mhm.
head, not under
Yep,
your butt.
it does. Mhm,
Yeah.
that's
Anyway,
weird.
okay,
Just
we
weird.
shouldn't pick on them. Again, I want to say, I agree. I agree, Karen. It's a step in a direction. I'm not sure it's the right
In a
direction.
direction. Very
Yeah.
well put, Laurel.
Yeah.
Very well put. I love that.
And we're talking about it. I really believe that the more we talk about the harassment issues, we talk about the bullying, all that, whether they make dumb tech decisions or not, the more we get to deal with this issue, confront it at its source, which starts with the individual, not with the tech tools. Anyway.
So
All right, enough
true.
of this. This is so crazy. Do you play AR games? I'm a huge fan of Ingress and other AR games. And as I know many of you, hopefully many of you are, a week ago we saw the end of Harry Potter's themed Wizards Unite AR. Not a major fan of it, but I'm not a fan of Pokemon. And this week we learned that while you may own your home, some aspect of the property will not okay, so this is hard to explain, so we're going to do our best with it. That some aspect of the property it sits on, the question is, do you own your address in augmented reality?
Weird. Okay, that's hard to wrap
Okay,
your head around.
yeah, it is. And so Karen,
Yes.
you want to
So
try?
protocol, I'll try, but I'm still trying to wrap my own head around this, Laurel. So
Yeah, I
I mean,
know.
it's I get the VR virtual spaces, but it's weird with AR. But anyway,
Mhm.
so Protocol Magazine reported that Upload, which is a blockchain-powered game that allows people to buy, develop, rent, and sell virtual land parcels based on real-world property borders, like Monopoly played on Google Maps, may encourage, get this, virtual squatting. They propose that spatial AR layers have value in the real or physical world as well as the virtual world. Thus, they may be owned. And there's no legal precedent. Hopefully, there will be soon. Upload is building its game on top of the physical world, much like Ingress and Pokemon. But what happens to the value, and who really owns the rights to the land, virtual or otherwise?
Now, lawsuits were filed against Niantic for, thanks, Mark, for Ingress landmarks and Pokemon Pokestops as people were playing the game and invaded personal property. Same thing with Wizards Unite. But this virtual land sales on real land takes it to the next level. I find it extraordinarily fascinating and also terrifying. So you thought it was cool to rebuild your home in AltSpace VR? This is a whole new level of virtual property ownership of it for you.
Okay, so
And I also want to say hello to all the folks that are in room 2. Send up some hearts, please, so they
yes,
know
hello,
they're
room
not
2.
alone. Hello, everybody in our mirrored room called Front.
Speaking of rooms, let's get to the elephant in the room. The huge financial loss
Oh,
and
boy.
membership loss reported at the end of this year's earnings reports by Facebook Meta. Some media called the past 2 days the worst in Zuckerberg's life. On Thursday, Facebook shares fell 25%, wiping out over 200 billion of its value after the company reported its first ever drop in daily user numbers, losing about 1 million users. The hashtag delete Facebook is on the rise again, with the most loss of users currently felt in Africa, Latin America, and India as they move to more localized social media.
Now, some say that Facebook Meta stock was overheated, so this is a course correction. But experts say that when Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, announced that they were going to start blocking ad tracking on their devices, this affected Meta. Facebook and others rely heavily on profiling you by tracking you to make money. Without the ability to track you and your habits, this could mean the end for advertising the Facebook way.
Does this explain the over million user base drop and the stagnant North American user base? Many of us have been predicting the end of Facebook for years, and it still keeps gaining ground and abusing its users for profit. Facebook is banned in Germany, but people get around the ban anyway. This combination hit took the wind out of the investors' confidence sails. Still, Facebook made over $39 billion in profit for the year. Not bad in general. And they announced last fall that investors should expect a lower profit as Zuckerberg was plowing billions into the metaverse and the future of the internet. We'll keep watching.
Speaking of profit, Meta announced this week that over $1 billion was spent, US dollars, in the Quest store, with 8 titles surpassing $20 million in revenue. As we reported after the holiday sales, this includes Beat Saber, Walking Dead, Resident Evil, Demeo, and Pistol Whip, among others. Hey, if anybody asks you if VR is going downhill, that's $1 billion.
Wow. That's
a lot of users
amazing.
spending a lot of money. Yeah.
Sure is. So last week, we reported on a new AI computer Facebook Meta has built to become the, quote, replacement for the internet. This week, Satya Nadella of Microsoft announced that Microsoft has permission to build the next internet. In an Ars Technica interview, he said gaming will shape the next computing platform, and Microsoft will be the driving force behind it.
He said that the metaverse will be critical as it is about creating games and social interaction. He said the metaverse will democratize game building, allowing people, places, and things to be digitized and related to each other through their body presence. Ready Player One, boop, that's what he's talking about. Flight Simulator, Minecraft, the car racing game Forza, I cannot get my husband off, along with recent purchases, including Activision Blizzard, makes Microsoft the world's 3rd largest gaming company by revenue. And that these will help them recreate the internet with this new vision. And we can't wait, because AltSpace VR is a part of that vision and that future.
In Aberdeen, California, teenager Tucker Dunlavy is a passionate roller skater. The skateaway rink where he loves to skate hands out tickets for prizes for various games and activities during the open skates. While others use them for food and drink right away, he stockpiled his, and he bought a bag of 2,000 tickets ready for his grand prize, an Oculus VR headset. Unfortunately, he admitted he received one for Christmas and didn't need another, so he gave it away to the first kid he saw at the rink. That's awesome. Share the love.
I love that.
I do too. That's so
That's
cute.
awesome. Saving up. I mean, look at that face. That's a lot of tickets, folks. I love that. And they just
Me
gave it
too.
away. That is so cool. I love it. All right. Now, Open Culture Blog loves to dig into history for educational media. We found this. We find a lot of fun things in there, but we found this from the popular English novelist W.L. George from 100 years ago, predicting the future. In 1922, he wrote, "The people of the year 2022 will probably never see a wire outlined against the sky. It is practically certain that the wireless telegraphy and wireless telephones will have crushed the cable system long before the century is done. Possibly, too, power may travel through the air, which, when means are found to prevent enormous voltages being suddenly discharged in the wrong place." What a prediction
Wow.
100 years ago.
Yes, isn't that incredible? He was right, mostly. Unfortunately, we're still living with wires, but the world's becoming more and more wireless and virtual.
Mhm.
If you find a bit of news you think should be featured in our show, let us know on our News and Updates Discord. We bring you the news from around the AltSpace VR community every week and in between. The news you need to know to enjoy this beautiful metaverse that already exists. Join us on our News and Updates Discord for updates and related news that you can use to ensure you keep updated on what's going on within our very own AltSpace VR meta galaxy within the larger and ever growing metaverse.
Okay, now it's time for some world building news. Unity stock continues to rise. For those of you who don't know, AltSpace VR is built on in Unity, with Unity, built on Unity. Its stock continues to rise and beat fourth quarter earnings reports. The last 2 years, if you invested in this for a few years ago, you would be making some serious money.
Mhm.
It was announced last week that the Unity stock rose another 17% on the news. For 2022, the Unity forecast sales of, dig this, is American dollars, 317.5 million.
Wow.
That's sales only, up from 35% last year, and revenue to be up to $1.5 billion.
Jeez.
This is exciting news for the metaverse, for gamers and world builders using Unity. That's
Yeah,
some
the more
serious evaluation.
it sure is. And the more the metaverse goes, the more people that get headsets, the more the developers are building worlds and experiences in the metaverse. So it just
Mhm.
one thing fuels the other, which is
It
awesome for
does.
us.
Yep.
Carnivores released a video this week for the community that discusses world building techniques since the URP update and how to migrate a project from legacy to ERP, with special attention to the details so many world builders miss. Mark Gill, aka Carnivore, has some amazing videos on his YouTube channel, which we've shared with the community on our News and Updates Discord to help with beginning, intermediate, and advanced world building techniques on AltSpace VR.
Yay. And he does it with such a great sense of humor. So it's wonderful. The next MRE developers meetup is Wednesday with Dargon, exploring the possibilities of adding user written programming to AltSpace VR through MREs, mixed reality extensions. There is so much you can do with MREs. I am always stunned when I see the creativity that people into MREs. They are really groundbreaking for world builders and should be part of your world building toolbox. So join Dargon on Wednesday to learn more.
We have exciting news on a new version of Unity Reflect Review that makes it easier for builders to share and access models to collaborate. Unity Reflect Review is designed for architects and designers working with clients, and it's free to try, but costs $250 at its lowest annual subscription, a $100 increase with the new features. If you're building for clients, this may be an add-on worth considering, as it makes it easier to collaborate, especially for client review.
Yeah. If you're serious about this, these are the kind of tools you might need to think about. Now, a few weeks ago, we reported on changes with the US IRS that any income generated online over $600 annually would be required to be reported and taxed. That's for world building jobs, for selling your kits, or allowing licensing, of your kits or templates or whatever it is that you're doing. Anything over 600, it's required to be reported and taxed. NFT, right? Neft sales.
I can't get used to that.
I know it. NFT, data sales, cryptocurrency income, and virtual property purchases and sales are also income and must also be reported, not just as income, but as capital gains if the virtual investments are sold. See, we're all worried
Wow.
about the physical world has this stuff. Now
Mhm.
all of this is coming into the virtual. I really like to change some of those rules. But anyway, so
Yep.
if you dispose of virtual property, you must pay a capital gains tax on it. You are liable for that. So check with your CPA or tax advisor, or read the rules and the laws, and don't risk the wrath of the tax dude wherever you live in the world, because trust me, they have no sense of humor when it comes to this virtual stuff.
Boy, they have no sense of humor, period.
Okay, I just wasn't going to go that far. This is some serious crap, and I didn't want to go that far.
Okay, so the Educators in VR World Builders team is hosting Nico this Wednesday to discuss his amazing solar system world here in AltSpace VR. Created to be informative, educational, and entertaining. If you haven't visited the solar system, do so. He's made tremendous changes over the past few months and great improvements. He will share his tips, techniques, and lessons learned developing this fascinating world. So don't miss the world building event this Wednesday.
Okay, it is now time. So, welcome Room 2 users to Room 1. We're consolidating rooms. It is now time for our Discord tip of the week. I still want a sound effect there. Anyway, Discord is
Yeah.
we need like the Discord sound noise or something like. Discord is
Oh, yeah,
our
that'd be perfect.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Little ding, whatever.
Yes.
This is our back channel communications tool used by AltSpace VR and events and groups across the community. And the Discord tip this week is especially for those who live and breathe Discord.
Which is most of us here, right?
Yeah.
As mentioned, and you may have seen the alert on Discord, Discord now integrates with PlayStation. If you're a PlayStation player and in a PlayStation gamer Discord, this is an amazing new feature. If you are, we'd love to hear about your experience. We'd love to see an easier way to integrate AltSpace VR into Discord and vice versa. So let us know if you hear of an easier way, and we'll definitely share it here.
Now, news was leaked this week, and this is big. The Discord is starting to test new features in some of its biggest communities that they will eventually roll out to others. One of the most exciting announcements is a new feature that will give Discord servers a more forum-like channel as a hub for more organized conversations. This is expanding on the reply and threads that was released last year. So like a forum, this feature will include a way to make older content rise up to the top to be more relevant, if it's still relevant. And so this is really exciting news. Don't you hate it when you ask an important question and then it gets lost in the shuffle?
Yes.
Or,
Yep.
or there's really important things because people don't know pins and stuff. There's ways of pinning things. But this is exciting, Karen.
It is really exciting, Laurel. Discord is really rolling out a lot of new features and accommodating all the different types of groups they have on there. So this is wonderful for all of us. And also, they're testing new automated tools to help with automating the process of welcoming new users, scanning for bad behavior, and even automatically kicking people out when they break the rules, as some of the advanced Discord bots do. With the purchase we announced last year of Sentropy, is it Sentropy, Laurel?
Sentropy.
And Sentropy, an AI security software specializing in online hate and harassment. This could be the first integration of that technology. We're eager as you learn more.
So exciting. Now, Educators in VR is getting ready to announce their introduction Discord workshop that's coming up in February with some paid workshops to learn even more. So get ready for that. And you'll learn how to set up your own server and manage it for family, friends, and everybody else. So stay tuned for news on that. Now, it's time for your favorite AltSpace VR events. We're running out of time, but we're going to whip through these. We just had too much fun in the beginning of the show. So we love our AltSpace VR events, our event hosts, moderators, and event support team members. You may not, but events are wonderful collaboration. It takes many people to make an event a success. So let's always celebrate our brave event team members who give so much to entertain
and stimulate our imagination. Big Rock Creative, also known as BRCVR, started a new global film festival today in AltSpace VR. We hope you attended it. The Burning Man themed documentaries will be featured along with other independent films. The events are free and feature after-party mixers with live world-class DJs. The films will be presented in immersive virtual worlds designed to bring the audience into the film. Don't miss this amazing film festival right here in AltSpace VR. Just get your ticket first, as you won't find it on the calendar.
Yep. VR Forward team, they are hosting another hide and seek in the Fantasy Village later today, encouraging adults to play with the childhood game of getting lost while trying to find each other. Yay! They call that fun.
that sounds cool. On Monday, that outrageous anime talk show is hosting its finale show discussing the latest in anime adventures, fun, and more. Join Shoyo and Walla as they discuss anime with the audience.
Let's Play It by Ear is a game where music lovers need to guess song clips. Choose a decade or a genre and test your musical knowledge. Join the event on Monday.
Tuesday, Educators in VR is back with another open discussion with the toughest conversations about the metaverse. This new series is addressing metaverse myths, rumors, behaviors, and the facts about the past, present, and future of the metaverse. And it will help us understand better the potential of the metaverse and our role within it. This week, they're tracking the topic of metaverse etiquette with the Educators in VR training team that hosts the various AltSpace training events here. They'll talk about the community standards set by AltSpace VR staff, but also the standards and guidelines unwritten, embraced by social and virtual communities. You won't want to miss this.
Yay. So come on and bring your opinion. How do you feel? What are your written and unwritten rules in the community? That's going to be awesome. The Creative Writing Meetup hosts their monthly reading event for the public on Tuesday. If you're a poet, a writer, an author, just a creative writer, bring your original short piece to share with others. If you love storytelling, you'll be enchanted. I am every time we do this with the incredible creativity of the creative writing team writers. They take me to places I never imagined with their words. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I've been to a couple of those events. It's been a while, but it's amazing what they come up with. It's just
Karen, we got too much talent in AltSpace.
Oh,
it's like
isn't that the truth?
Brimming over. It is so beautiful.
I know. It is just, it's wonderful. And we have a lot of that talent right here in this very room with us.
Yes, we do.
I love it. As part of the ongoing Truth Be Told series of events in AltSpace VR for Black History Month, Simon continues with a Solomon Northup, a history lesson along the African American journey for American abolitionist and author of the memoir 12 Years a Slave. Born in 1804, he was the son of a freed slave and freedman of color, and grew to become a farmer and professional violinist. In 1841, en route to a traveling musician's job, he was drugged, kidnapped, and sold as a slave out of Washington, D.C., where slavery was actually legal at the time. Well, and actually it was. Okay, he was shipped to New Orleans where he was purchased to work. That just seems so hard to say
I
that when
know
you're
it.
talking about human beings. Where he
It's
was
terrible.
purchased to work for a plantation for 12 years until he was able to get word out and was freed in 1853. For those who love the movie, that was just a glimpse into the horrors that Solomon suffered. Join Simon for a discussion to revisit the history and the legacy of Solomon Northup on Tuesday.
I love it. I love what he's doing to bring these characters and these things to light. This is just beautiful. I hope he doesn't stop.
I hope he
Um,
doesn't either.
it's wonderful. All right. Oswin is one of our now long, I remember when she started, long time performers bringing her pop and country covers to Altspace VR regularly. Tuesday, she will make you want to sing and dance along for a great feel good hour in Altspace VR.
Simulation Nation brings Bobby Carlton, a VR scout, the popular blog reporting on AR and VR news and editorials. Carlton has been a long-time mover and shaker in the XR industry, so check out the interview discussion with him on Tuesday.
Don't forget, Wednesday, Educators in VR World Builders team meet up with Nico's exploring world building techniques with his popular solar system world right here in Altspace VR.
On Thursday, it seems like the events don't stop, Laurel. On
Mhm.
Thursday, virtual immersive concerts with X Talk features Lucas Hack discussing virtual immersive concerts, part of his master thesis that explores the change in live streaming entertainment with immersive technology and online conferences and what works and what doesn't work. A communications and media computer science major, Lucas will share his insight based upon his research on Thursday.
The New York 3D Variety Show with the New York Stereoscopic Association is back again every other Saturday with amazing presentations and discussions on old and new 3D stereoscopic imagery. They'll be exploring anaglyph media, such as comic books and their history, and they now feature a gallery of these in 3D right here in Altspace VR. It's a fun mixture of Zoom and Altspace VR conversations and interactions, and it really is. This is part of history modernized and embraced. You can learn so much about 3D history and everything here. So do not miss that event next Saturday for those that are truly passionate about 3D art and not just nefs. Neff. Nasty neffs.
Wow.
We're gonna milk that for a while, aren't we? We're gonna
Oh,
just
yeah,
have a little
we
bit
do.
of fun with the neffs.
We always have to milk something in this event, right, Laurel?
Oh, something, yes.
But this just amazes me because this is just a few of the very highlights of the events that we have this week. There's so many of them. We really can barely keep up with them. I need to start going to some of these events. I get bogged down with other things, and there's just so many cool things going on here in Altspace. Anyway, check out the channels to find the events to tickle your fancy and amuse your spirit.
And as many of you know, Educators in VR and myself, we produce over 800 VR events every year. And it's a full-time job for me.
Mhm.
And I miss being able to just hang. I try to do it. I kind of sneak in and hang. There are so many amazing events that are out there. So please check them out. And if you don't see something that attracts your attention, I say this every week, do it yourself. Okay. Create an event. It's not hard. Okay. It can get complicated, but keep it simple, folks. Keep it simple. And we love sharing your events here. So let us know in the news and updates Discord, and we may share your amazing event here.
We do our best to bring you the highlights from this ever-growing community, and we are so glad that you're here to share it with us every week. In the
So
news
that
today,
is, oh, go ahead.
sorry, no,
I'm
in the
sorry.
news- okay,
No, skip. We're skipping that. All right. So that's all for this week's news and updates. We want to thank everyone for joining us and for celebrating. We're heading into our 4th year of news and updates. That's a long time to be doing this.
It sure is. When news you need to know happens, we share it in our news and updates Discord so you get the news through the clutter of information. Please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channels so others can keep up with the news in and around AltSpace.
I want to once again thank Karen for finally making it in and surviving the technical garbage, but we all get it, babe. We all suffer with it. But another round of applause for our amazing producer, Mark, for stepping in as he
Oh,
controls
yes.
the video, the slides, the script, and all the other things going on on 2 different computers and 2 different accounts with headphones. And I mean, he's got all kinds of crap going on to make this thing happen. Thank you, Mark, for stepping up. That was quite the joy. Remember, we do this for you for free. We are not AltSpace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything that's going on around in the AltSpace VR community for you.
Yeah, and I also want to offer my apologies again to
Eh.
everybody, especially Mark. So thanks again, Mark, for stepping
It
up
was
to the
fun.
plate.
Are you kidding? It was fun to have Mark back down here. I loved
know,
it. It was
I'm gonna go
wonderful.
back. I'm going to go now and watch the YouTube
Hey, it was
of it.
great.
So see what I
Yeah.
missed. Okay. Thank you all for being here every week to share the latest updates from in and around the AltSpace VR community. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up with past episodes and more about AltSpace VR events, projects, news, and community activities. This is a labor of love, and we love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news as reporters, moderators, and help us put this show together every week.
If you would like to join our team, we have the best team. We have so much fun here. Please, and panic and a few other emotions too. Please let us know after the show. We are looking for reporters, photographers, script writers, mods, and so much more. Come join us. This is your show as much as ours, and we'd love you to be a part of it.
Thanks to all of our news and updates volunteers and moderators who help make this event such a success. Thank you so much. So with these uncertain times, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay! Thank you,
Yay.
Karen. Thank you, Mark.
Darrell. Thank
Yay!
you, Mark.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, everybody.